Hey, yo, what's up? What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? So it's Sunday, and we have some like boogers on our face or nose. We're laughing. It's a joyous day, right? God rose on the seventh day or something like that. Seventh day evangelist is God's Catholic, Islam. We got so many different like great religions that we can read from, really study and have a mindfulness and be cautious of our our ability to grow. Jesus Christ died on the cross for our sins, and it gave us new chance, new opportunities to be washed clean by the blood of Jesus, right? And this is just like every other day, very important day to be present in the moment, right? And we continue to look at how we could close our $1 million capital raise so we can complete our construction build out here locally to give it a nice boost, some architectural. It could get on the newspaper, like the daily newspaper. We might be able to get some of the like professionals to come out, whether it's blue color, white color, gray color, gold color individuals that are very sufficient and adequately add value to our local community. Maybe we can get them to come out and spend $1 plus. We are also looking at like throwing a rave locally and looking at like how we can reach out to artists and their managers to see what the booking fee is and how much, and really plan it out with the community board and make sure it's safe and we have the necessary amount of like safety procedures. And what questions are we not asking to hold a rave? Like, what license would we need, and how many tickets would we need to sell to get to $1 million? And what artists do we need to book? And would we have any artists here locally that we could book that could sell $1 million worth of ticket? Would we need to like get sponsorship? Would we need to throw like an athletic activity, maybe riding Armstrong, riding a bike, and finishing it up, and people buy tickets to come and be a part of the whole experience? We've seen it work in different towns and different, some people play basketball, some people ride motocross or skateboard like Tony Hawk, some are very into WWE or football, flag football, etc. While our town is really focused on like jumping from a plane, we're looking at what is like some land activities that we could do. We have some sea activity that we do right now, so we were thinking about like what's some land activity that would bring the community out on a local level to want to have fun and just be a part of the athletic theme for that day, and maybe there's a continuation of it. Biggest thing, we want to bring an artist. Like we were looking at, Freddie Wap, Trap Queen. Used to be $250,000 to bring him out. Like, would it be like advantageous? We know that our population density, we have the number one, which is dominant right now, and then we have 2 and 3. Blacks are number 3. So, of course, there's some Hispanics that classify as white and some Hispanic that classify as black. Well, we have every association with every type of demographic. We're not like racist or anything, or we don't have like any like bias based on your race, sex, religion, sexual preference, partner. We do have like really strict transparency rules because we are very we're a gentleman, and we're not here to judge anyone art. We just based our art because we have limited square footage at our property. So based on our art, we have to be able to sell ticket that equates to $1 million. So, we have to work with law enforcement, town managers, administrators, select boards. If we need to get like a special permit, maybe it's like sell alcohol, what that special permit will look like, or maybe a special permit just to smoke cannabis because we've been revoked. Maybe we could just have a request from the commissioners or the board that associate with that, with the cannabis. Maybe we don't fully open a retail. These are all endless possibilities, of course. Maybe just not here, because maybe we just ask for a one-time monthly or yearly if we need to throw a special event, and maybe that's the route we go. We're not like not putting all options on the table. Like we're not closing like no option. We have like 2 options, right? And we're very focused on it. We're looking at it. We're writing. We're planning things out. We're having a full locus of control, and we're just really like more like understanding that being present is very important, and vibing out, having fun. There's not one day you can't dance. Are you dancing? We are dancing. Now imagine there's a rave. There's a very top artist that comes in and plays their music, their guitar, their artistry, their singing. Would it make you wanna shake your booty, shake your booty? Yeah, yeah. You know, would that be a thing? It might not be. You know, depending on the top act that we could cash out and actually pay. It's like, then we got to be able to sell the ticket, and we'll keep building up the stage and look at what transaction, if we need to make it bigger, like rent out spaces or towns or neighboring towns, see if they want to come and associate with our fun night out with a big name artist. Maybe we get athletes too. Maybe we get Jaylen Brown or White. Maybe they can help us out too. We pay them to come sign images or photos. Maybe UFCs or NHL, you know, they never have to pay for beer. We just want to pay them for their time. Maybe it's $10,000 just to get like, you know, 60 minutes of their time. Would we have any artists that are our act that, you know, people will spend $1 million just to come and associate with? That's an important question. We're asking. Of course, the answer could be no. Then it's like, you know, how much is it to like fly someone out? What plane would we need? Right, a jet? Would Delta be sufficient? You know, and we think so. Delta is a great airline. We book them on Delta. We get them a hotel here locally, or we rent an apartment and we sublease it and we pay for it with the company's money. We have them here. We set up the stage here locally. Might have to rent out a couple more square footage. Local business could absolutely potentially benefit. If people get hungry after the concert, they could set up a booth or a food truck, or, you know, different things like that. Or people can just walk to the local restaurant. Maybe they open for an extensive period of time, that just that's time. But of course, this is all proof of concept. You know, some people might be hesitant. Maybe the concert happens when businesses are open locally, because usually a lot of people go to sleep early out here. There is no nightlife, none at all. If there was, what kind of people will show up? We don't know. We have not seen anybody up at night. We're usually the only one up at night. Everybody's usually sleeping. So it's just kind of interesting being out here, because we come from a college town. You know, everybody ever went to college, that shit is fun, it's party, people are shaking their ass. You got basketball players, you got football players, even community college. You got bigger schools right next to you, so you just kind of follow their sport team and you're excited about their team. And then you get lucky, you get some cheerleaders that cheer them on, you know, kind of shake their ass for you. And you're just extremely lucky, because you're just a normal guy that goes to a small community college, and you're able to associate with like big university and some of their amazing like animal. And it was cool, especially like, you know, how much does it cost? As we grew up, we started doing the math, like, you know, what would that look like? Just been very professionally busy, juggling personal, family, and good, great, bad, all that stuff. You know, the consolidation. ELEV number 8. Thank you. How do we like sell tickets? What artists? What about Coi Leray? Like, would we be able to get like a Coi Leray? Would that sell here locally in like you know, like in our local community, in our local zip code? That would be really interesting. And you know, how much tickets could we sell? Would like, what's your booking fee? Would there be like a break even, EBITDA, profit and loss report? What would it look like to get extra safety if we need it? How much would that cost us? Would we need to put that in the budget? What would our taxes cover it? Would it be because we pay taxes? So, all the amenities associated to the town, would that cover the necessary safety and hazards? What about the traffic? All these other things we think about if we're going to throw a rave or something fun, something exciting to get people to come out. And, this is just a lot of questions would we have all the answer? We're taking it day by day, right? Throwing a rave is not, it just doesn't happen just like that. We got to plan it. We got to, sell the necessary ticket. We need $1 million. Our next rave is going to be better, right? Right now, this is what the architect look like right now. Imagine our next rave if we hit a success on our first rave and we bring an artist out, we get everything goes well, we hire the necessary Dodge and their team, and we build a healthy association, right? We get this built up, and we always get 3 bids. So if one general contractor is not available and the necessary trade, we can go out and source our own. And of course, we just want great quality. So as long as it's great quality work and the architects does pop out and people love it, we want to associate with the healthy people that can build this out in a way that is like a Van Gogh, as an architectural expression that express who we are, our journey, our ups and downs, and it tells a healthy story that can bring people out to just patronize the rest of the business. We want everyone to win in our local small town. We're not competing with anyone. We're just here to say, how do we all win and get this dough, this moolah, this cash, while providing healthy value and in a sustainable, eco-friendly way, while we continue to see how we can be a lot more eco-friendly. Would we be able to use shit or pee to reduce some of our cultivation habits, fish, what kind of animalistic, natural remedies would we be able to use to really cultivate healthy plants, and also get some healthy athletes to associate with our brand and wear some of our swag and really embody who they are while they're working on being this luxury exclusive all around wear, and leveraging technology to really build us up in a really healthy way is so important. We've been doing a lot of meditation. Sometimes we do a lot of yoga, hot yoga. How many times y'all doing hot yoga? We've done some hot yoga. How much? Fuck. How much? What were the temperature, 72 degrees to 87 degrees or something like that, plus or minus. Basket, the farm here is, I think it has a lot of potential in all the small local farms. There's a lot of great plants, and we want to associate with the healthy plants so we can continue to be a healthy plant, because once you start associating with plants that are not healthy, you become unhealthy. So we try to really, with the best of our ability, have a full locus of control and associate with healthy plants, while being mindful that people are going to try to test us, gaslight us, say things that are what they are projecting based on their narrative and their wants, or their ability to want control, power, or whatever that is. And that's a personal journey or a battle that they're going through. We just don't have to buy it. We don't want to buy that type of skew, that type of energy. It's just very, very expensive to buy something like that. So we are understanding that, because this is always the plus and minus. We got to be able to really talk about the hard conversations and talk about the great conversations. And the hard conversation is that there's always going to be negatives. We have to get past that. We're not going to kick anybody out of our lives or when we do things, because they're saying negative things to us. We will address it head on and try to understand, like, would you have iceberg? How was your childhood? What are you going through? Would you be in a happy place right now? What kind of workout are you doing? How do you kind of navigate some of the pains and hurt you are projecting? Would this be a projection? How come we are being a conversation? Like, how do we know one another? What does that look like? Thank you. Stay elevated. Benjamin Oluwaseun Adedeji, Chief Executive Officer at Elevate Cannabis. This is us outside of work. Are we sagging? My boy, look at what, this is us outside of work right now. My boy, I'm just in my fucking pajamas and just living in the present, boy. Look, bro, if I had a bad bitch, I would be eating her pussy, bro. Like, I would be eating the fuck out of her vagina, my nigga. Like, even fingering that bitch, bro. Like, see how wet her pussy is, brody. Like, that's some shit we would love to be doing. And the reality of our life is we are at work. We're not doing that. And everybody could want something. We gotta stay focused and disciplined. And focus and discipline on ourselves while being patient and really being mindful at the same time. Thank you.